I don't even know where to begin. My hands are shaking, and my heart feels like it's stuck in my throat. I need to tell someone, so here I am, sharing my story with strangers on the internet because I feel like I'm losing my mind. Last night, I was invited to a surprise party celebrating a friend's promotion. My wife, Emma, told me she'd go early to help with the setup and asked me to arrive later. It seemed a little odd, but Emma has always loved planning dramatic surprises, so I didn't think much of it. When I arrived, the house was buzzing with energy. Music was blasting, drinks were flowing, and everyone seemed to be having a great time. But something was off. Emma wasn't at the bar or mingling in the crowd as she usually would. Then, one of her friends, someone I barely knew, approached me with a sympathetic expression. She leaned in and whispered, "You might want to check the guest room upstairs." Unease settled in as I pushed through the crowd and climbed the stairs. With every step, my heartbeat grew louder. When I opened the door, my worst fears were realized. There was Emma with another man. They jumped apart like they had been caught in flames, their faces pale and guilty. I froze, the air seeming to vanish from my lungs. Without a word, I turned and walked out of the room, out of the house, and into the cold night air. Later that night, Emma came home. She wanted to talk, but I couldn't bear to hear excuses or explanations. I stopped her before she could start. The next morning, she asked if we could sit down and talk. Though anger and pain churned in my stomach, I agreed. She sat across from me, nervously tapping her fingers. "I know I've hurt you, Jack," she began softly. "I can't undo what I did, but I want to try." I cut her off sharply. "Make amends? Pretend this never happened?" She flinched but held her ground. "No," she said, her voice trembling. "I know we can't pretend, but I want to find a way forward, together." I shook my head, a bitter smile on my face. "There is no together, Emma. Not anymore." Tears filled her eyes, but I felt no sympathy. "I made a mistake," she whispered. "A terrible mistake. But I've never stopped loving you, Jack." Her words hit me like a punch. But how could I believe her? "Love," I scoffed. "You call this love? Cheating on me, lying to my face, humiliating me? If that's love, I want no part of it." She broke down, sobbing, but it didn't change anything. In the days that followed, I wrestled with my emotions. I still loved her, but her betrayal was a wound too deep to heal. I knew I had to decide, try to rebuild or walk away. One morning, I asked her to sit at the kitchen table, the same table where we'd shared so many moments over the years. "I can't do this," I told her, my voice steady. "I can't pretend everything's fine. I can't trust you. There's nothing left." She nodded, tears streaming down her face. "I understand," she whispered. "I'm sorry, Jack." "I'm sorry, too," I said, managing a small, sad smile. And that was the end. The divorce was quick and without drama. Emma moved out, and I stayed in the house, though it felt hollow and empty. Over the next few months, I focused on rebuilding my life. Some days were easier than others. Sometimes I even found reasons to smile. But the nights were still hard, haunted by memories of what was lost. I don't know if I'll ever fully let go of the past, but I'm trying. Maybe, for now, that's enough. As for Emma, I don't know where she is or what she's doing. Honestly, I don't care. She made her choices, and I've made mine. Life moves on, and so do I.